So we're just going to come to the imprint of Pilates and just give a few options to make it harder. We're going to go through the whole setup, the breathing, and then take it in through the neck. So we're going to just basically do the modifications for the neck, get that in the right position, and the shoulders and the back. Like I say, with these ones, I've done neutral spine, 2 different positions over the years, but I find generally the flat back works better than anything. I know a lot of disagreement in that. The flat back, I know you grip at the glutes more and you use them more. If you get tight in the glutes, just come out and stretch your glutes. I always find this neutral spine, by the time you get around the class, they're not neutral anymore. They're arching about the back like mad. So let's go over safe, completely flatten out the back. You can gather in, tuck under the tailbone. It goes together anyway better. As you tuck under the tailbone, you can zip up pelvic floor, scoop out the abdominals, and throw on that corset a lot more. So, but what I'm going to do is put a Qigong exercise in there called the Rising Star. And the Rising Star is this. Basically, it's just, yeah, that's quite a hard exercise for a lot of people, especially people in Pilates who have got all sorts of injuries and they might just do, so we've got to modify that. So we're going to put it in with this and we're going to take it from imprint, flatten out the back and go for levels. I think it's about 6 levels I've made, yeah. Lever length, so longer legs will be harder to stabilise when the feet are off the floor, harder to maintain a completely flat back. So I'll emphasise taking the legs higher rather than lower. Even there's a slight hesitation of an arch your back, we go higher. Okay, but I'll emphasise this as we go. So, yeah, and we're going to modify that. Say, not slating Qigong, I mean, they're all good. I just find Pilates is the most modified out of everything. And yeah, that is Pilates, near enough in the word, modification. You've got, it might be just someone moving an arm or a leg by front and zipping up pelvic floor and scooping out your abdominals to start, and they come out a really bad accident, something like that. For me, that's what Pilates is about, not just going straight into advanced stuff. But anyway, I'm digressing. So, I'm going to start with the breathing anyway. I'm going to start in this position. I mean, you can start in any position you like. Again, the reason this is a good position is because this is very compressed between the ribs and the hips, this area. So when you gather in, we zip up and scoop out your abdominals in Pilates. Their muscles go together, you can't do one without the other. But when you do that, you can really feel that because it's compressed the area between the ribs and the hips. So you really feel you want to tuck in and scoop out them abdominals. Take the navel towards the spine. Like I say, if you've got any blocks, you put them here. Or, you can just come out and just sit normally or stand, whatever you like. But let's start the breathing. So I'm digressing. So we're going to zip up pelvic floor and scoop out our abdominals. Then muscles go together. And while you're here, you're going to breathe in through the nose whenever you like. And exhale through pursed lips. You're sort of blowing out a candle through pursed lips. Lovely. And while you're doing that right now, as you're still zipping up pelvic floor and scooping out your abdominals, you'll find that breath can go only into them lower lobes of the lungs, because right now as you're zipping up pelvic floor and scooping out your abdominals, there's nowhere else the breath to go apart from in to your lower lobes of lungs, the intercostals, the ribs, anywhere but your stomach. Lovely. It's what we call lateral thoracic breathing in Pilates. As you zip up pelvic floor and scoop out your abdominals, that breath can only go into them fish gills, 3D style. Keep breathing in organ deep, cell deep, even bone marrow deep into these lower lobes of lungs, the intercostals, the ribs, anywhere but your stomach. As though someone's opening an umbrella inside your rib cage and letting go, or someone's just pushing out from inside your ribs and letting go. That lovely, free, expansive breath. It's what we call lateral thoracic breathing in Pilates. As you're zipping up pelvic floor and scooping out your abdominals, just keep breathing in through the nose and exhaling through pursed lips. That helps us use our pelvic floor and our corset muscle, our powerhouse, our girdle of strength, our transverse abdominis muscle, 3 layers deep, the corset muscle, wrap around our spine, 3 layers deep, to segmentally stabilise the spine in everything we do in Pilates. As we're zipping up pelvic floor, scooping out abdominals, allowing this simplicity to relax the mind as we breathe in through the nose whenever you like, and exhale through pursed lips. You're sort of blowing out a candle through pursed lips. Lovely. Even imagine someone's wrapped a scarf tightly around your ribs and you breathe into that scarf wide and full. Just adding width to the lungs as you breathe in and length to the out breath as you ride in the wave of that lovely elongated out breath, that lovely resonant out breath. Works like a cough or a sneeze. Helps everything coming towards the spine. Helps you zip up pelvic floor and scoop out your abdominals without even trying or trying not to try. Lovely. So we're going to breathe in, stack up the vertebrae like Lego bricks. We're going to go straight to the floor and we're going to work through the body, okay? And then we're going to go through the layers. Like I say, it'd be one leg, two legs, short levers, long levers, stuff like this to start off with, okay? So again, let's go straight in here. So we come into our base position, feet flat on the floor, knees bent, okay? Again, if you want to be extra careful, heels in line with sit bones, that'll let you know that your legs are aligned. Knees in line with hips, but again, you don't want the heels all the way up here or all the way out, just slightly out in front of your knees, basically legs are aligned, okay? And while you're here, we're just going to work with your neck first. So from here, I will say, if anyone's got trouble and they can't get down here and they're like this, you can get a couple of blocks put behind the head, or one or two, or even a couple of pillows, okay? Lovely, yeah, but otherwise you can get your head down there fine, and then from here, we're going to work the neck. So all we're going to do, we're going to breathe in through the nose and gently nod the head, and exhale down, okay? And just let go. So again, when you're ready, while you're on the floor in that position, very gentle head nod, breathing in, maintain that. Exhale, let go. You know, sort of giving yourself a little bit of a double chin as you breathe in, nod the head. Exhale, let go. Lovely. Even imagine you're nodding at an auction, you're watching a bug on a ceiling. Very gentle head nod, breathing in. Exhale, let go. Allow that nose to float back to its own natural, neutral position. It's what we call cerebral flexion. Anything with the head on the floor, if we do take it off, it's a harder level there. If we do, then we will maintain this gentle head nods. At the moment, we're just preparing the head for if we do take it off the floor on the harder levels. Very gentle head nod, breathing in, exhaling, letting go. Lovely. Breathing for the nose, very gentle head nod. Exhale through pursed lips, just to let go. Lovely. Cerebral flexion, that just flows on these little proprioceptors around the skull, doing these little motions. Okay, helps use these occipital muscles out the back there. Okay, support our neck if we do take it off the floor on the harder levels only. So next we move to the shoulders. So what we're going to do on the floor, these are very overactive, these upper traps. 90% of us are overactive. So we're just going to breathe in through the nose. Okay, just once we're going to do this. We're not going to overcook it. But what we're going to do is press very gently with the fingertips towards the ground. Okay, and when we breathe in, shoulders all the way up towards the ears, breathing through the nose. And then exhale through pursed lips as we reach, still pressed in towards the ground. Exhale, reach for the heels. Allow the weight of the world to come off your shoulders. Then simply relax and let go. Allow them shoulders to spread out like sand on the floor. Then we're going to go to our imprint. So this is like a level 1. Okay, the imprint is a level 1. You can just stick with that. That's fine. Okay. So from here, you'll probably have an arch here. And again, from here, some will have a bigger arch, some a smaller arch. Again, that's why I'm not bothering the neutral spine. All we're going to do, you'll find this goes together like a chain reaction. As we exhale through pursed lips, we're going to flatten out our back as we zip up pelvic floor and scoop out your muscles. Scoop out your abdominal muscles, should I say. And breathe in through the nose just to let go and relax. Lovely. Then when you're ready, it's... exhale through pursed lips, we flatten out our back, we zip up pelvic floor and scoop out the abdominals. Again, there's no gap there, and we breathe in to let go. Okay, just let go and allow your spines to release, relax, and lengthen. So when you're ready, keep it going there. We're going to exhale, flatten out our back as we zip up pelvic floor and scoop out the abdominals. You find they go together like a chain reaction. Then we breathe in through the nose just to let go and allow your spines to release, relax, and lengthen. Then we go again when you're ready as we Exhale through pursed lips. We zip up pelvic floor and scoop out your abdominals. And we also flatten out our back. All on that exhale, lots happening. Then we breathe with the nose just to let go. And allow your spine to release, relax, and lengthen. Then we go again when you're ready. Nice, resonant out breath. Remember, that'll work like a cough or a sneeze. Help you throw on your corset, your powerhouse, your girdle strength 3 layers deep, and zip up pelvic floor at the same time. As you flatten out the back, that'll naturally happen like a chain reaction. Then breathing to let go. Remember, nice, resonant out breath. Again, it's fire that exhale. You zip up pelvic floor and scoop out your abdominals and flatten out your back. Breathing through the nose just to let go. And go again at your speed as you allow the spine to release, relax, and lengthen. Go back in when you're ready. Like I say, get any tension, you just pull the knees towards the stomach. Go back in when you like. But use that lovely, resonant out breath. That works like a cough or a sneeze. Helps you naturally zip up pelvic floor and scoop out your abdominals without even trying or try not to try. Lovely. Exhale through pursed lips even. Okay, then breathe in to let go. Lovely. Again, everything in Pilates, going to do with that flat back. If you want to take it on a level, so that I can say that's level 1. You can go back to that level when you're doing these anytime, or you can stay with that. Like I say, pull your knees towards your stomach at any time, or you go to the next level. So next level, we're going to do one leg and a short lever. We're going to get these tabletops going. So knee in line with hip, ankle in line with knee. On this bit, we're going to initiate the move from the hip. So none of this going on at the moment with level 2 or layer 2, like I like to call it. Again, when you're ready, as we exhale through pursed lips, as we zip up pelvic floor and scoop out the abdominals and flatten out our back, we raise this foot up as if it's sort of floating on the cloud. Knee in line with hip, ankle in line with knee. As we initiate the move from the hips, not the knees. And we breathe in, toe down in the heels if we're dipping into a pool of water. Then we allow our spines to release, relax, and lengthen. Then when you're ready, we exhale through pursed lips. We flatten out the back. Then we breathe in, toe down in the heels if we're dipping into a pool of water. We hold that flat back for as long as we can. Then as soon as the toe touches the floor, we allow our spines to release, relax, and lengthen. And we're going to alternate each time now. Exhale through pursed lips. Headlights on your hips, not searchlights facing the ceiling. That spirit level on your pelvis. You keep that bubble right in the centre. Keep your hips in the same plane. And then we're going to breathe in. Still maintain that flat back and scoop out your abdominals. Zip up pelvic floor until the toe touches the floor, then the heel. Then we allow our spines to release, relax, and lengthen. And then we go again when you're ready. So it's a nice exhale through pursed lips. We've thrown that corset for level 2. That foot floats on a cloud. Knee in line with hip, ankle in line with knee. Then we're going to breathe in back down. Again, maintain that flat back for as long as you can. Then toe down in the heel, as if you're dipping into a pool of water. Allow your spines to release, relax, and lengthen. You alternate to the other one. Exhale, coming up, breathing back down. If you maintain that tabletop, initiate the move from the hip. Keep your short levers. Exhaling up. You're going to breathe in back down. Maintain that flat back for as long as you can. If you maintain it all the way down, that's great. Toe down in the heels if you're dipping into a pool of water. You allow your spines to release, relax, and lengthen. Then you go again when you're ready, alternating each time. Lovely. Use that resonant out breath. And a space in between when the spine's lengthening, do that. Remember, slow as harder, fast as easier on level 2 especially. So exploit that speed and tempo, especially in what we call this negative phase. This lowering down phase, all these exercises, is always generally the hardest part, depending where we are, mostly. It's that hardest part, that negative phase. That's where we really exploit that speed and tempo, slow as harder, fast as easier. Lovely. If it's too much to come up high, shorten the range. Don't come up so high with that leg. It could be here even. Again, it could be just here, coming up and down. That's gone on level from this. It could be here, or up a bit higher, that's harder, or right up here. Okay, but if you do want to take it on further, again, even these are quite good. These little sort of you know, you can mimic these micro moves even here. But if you do want to take it on further, we extend from the knee now for level 3 or layer 3. So when you're ready, we come this way. So yeah, we exhale, same way, same thing happens, we add this on, we extend the leg. So we come down that way so you can see it. So we get in from here, we just exhale, we add this bit on, we extend from the knee. Now I would come back this way and then back down in a tabletop. Okay, so pretty much like a sort of snap kick from kickboxing or even, you know, a football boot maybe. We're coming up and just adding that on the exhale. Breathing back down tabletop, then initiate the move from the hip. So it goes from the hip on level 3 or layer 3, then knee. All in that same action on the exhale. Retrace the same step back to a tabletop, then down, initiate and move from the hips. Lovely. Longer lever lengths, harder. Okay, it's a exhale. Extend from the hips, point the toes, breathing back down. I'd keep the knee in line with hips. If you're struggling to maintain a flat back, you can bring that leg back a little bit to help you maintain a flat back easier. Knees back towards the body will generally help you maintain a flat back easier. Otherwise it's knee in line with hip to make it a little bit harder. Play around with these, see what suits you. Adding that on, then coming back. It's a nice resonant exhale through pursed lips as you flat out the back and zip up pelvic floor, scoop out your abdominals, front on that corset muscle, that powerhouse, that girdle strength. 3 layers deep, which is all segmentally stabilising our spine as it wraps round. Breathing, toe down in the heel, then go again. But try not to do this. We're not arching the back here. We're coming back to a normal spine after, when the feet touch the floor if possible. Okay. If you're sort of really struggling to maintain a flat back, you're arching about here or something, maybe you just want to go back a level, you know, if that starts to hurt. You know, if it's right at the bottom, you might get away with it, but again, we don't want excessive arching, so just watch that. Okay, if you want to go up to sort of layer 3 or level 3, shall I say, optional. Okay, you can add the arms in, so all you do, you can add the legs in, 2 legs now. It's double the weight on the back. Remember the lever length, there's double the weight there, so there's more chance of arching. So you really have to watch. You might not be able to go so far on it. You might have to shorten the range. So from here, you're exhaling up here, and the 2 arms come up also, okay? And you're breathing in, coming back down. Again, like I say, it could be here and up, but you might be better if you're struggling there, because remember 2 legs coming down is hard to maintain a flat back. Like I say, there's a few more modifications to go before we get to the full rising star. Okay, so again, when you're ready, it's exhale. Short levers are easier to maintain a flat back in towards the body, but longer levers and away from the body are harder to maintain a flat back. Now again, and that's nearly the full rising star. You have to modify this for Pilates. So exhaling up, short levers in towards the body. If you want level 5, long levers. Okay, if you want level 6, it's far away from the body. Okay, this is not even the full rising star yet. You see how you have to modify this. So see what suits you. So breathing back down, toe down in the heel. You really want to maintain a flat back for as long as you can there. You don't want to be arching here, remember. Okay, so when you're ready, when you go through levels 4, 5 and 6. So exhaling up here, 4. If you want it in towards the body, it's easier to maintain a flat back. Okay, further away from body, harder. It takes out the pelvic floor a little bit with these long levers. So remember, long levers are harder, okay, short levers are easier. In towards the body is easier, further away from the body is harder. So we're already modifying this whole lot. So when you're ready, take your time, exhale up. This is level 4, remember, in towards the body with short levers. Okay, longer levers is harder, but again, in towards the body. If you want long levers and away from the body, that goes up another level. And there's one more level if you want breathing back down. That's the full rising star. Like I say, I'm not slating Qigong, but they don't modify these. Okay, you would have to, I mean, you probably, you know, in the class they probably would, but you have to have it sort of written down, level, 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 so, you know, you don't hurt yourself. So this is the full rising star. Now you're going to do that gentle head nod, because your head's coming off the floor. Just to go this way so I don't look like I'm ski whiff. So with this one, this is level 7. This is the full rising star. We have to modify it 7 times. Exhaling up, eye line between the knees. Long levers, remember, here or further away from the body. Breathing back down, toe down to the heel. Again, if you're on this level, really use that exhale. That's going to help you gather in like a cough or sneeze and zip up pelvic floor. So when you're ready, powerful exhale, resonant exhale, gentle head nod in that space at the end of the breath when you're ready to go. Breathing back down, toe down on the heel. In towards the body's easier, further away is harder, longer levers harder, short levers easier. Okay, so there's 4 different ways to modify. So again, exhaling up either here, here, or here. Head on the floor, head off the floor. The head's up, gentle head nod maintained. Breathing back down, toe down on the heel as if you're dipping into a pool of water. Powerful exhale if you're on level 7 here or layer 7. Again, it's breathing back down. Again, let's go 4 more. My speed or your speed. It's gentle head nod maintained if you're on this one. Breathing back down, toe down on the heel. But allow the spine to release, relax and lengthen. Let's go 3 more. My speed or your speed. It's and let's go 2 more. It's resonant exhale. That's what does the internal work. It's an inside job. That's helping you zip up pelvic floor and scoop out your abdominals. Breathing back down. Let's go 1 more. It's powerful exhale. Lovely. Bring the legs back in, and even just, you know, cross the legs over. Get a nice deep glute stretch there. Have a little roll round. If you want to clasp the hands like the butcher's grip there, you can do. And even sort of go over the top. You can go the other side also. Here. You know, if you want a tight grip, just grab the forearm there. Nice deep grip. Okay, you might want to swap over hands because it's quite strong in the grip. Or here, sort of like there. If you can grab the forearm, great. Here. There even. It's a nice tight, it's a nice sort of deep glute stretch there, rolling round, you can go around in a circle, crossing the legs, again, lovely. Toe down on the heel as if you're dipping into a pool of water, toe down on the heel, lovely job. So there's a little bit of modification, it's just setting yourself up at the beginning of the class really, with an imprint. But that was like level 1, and we've done 6 layers to that. So see what suits you. As I say, that is the rising star brought in with the imprint, the Pilates imprint. I always set everyone up with a complete flat back, beginning of my class. I don't bother with that neutral nowadays. Doesn't work for me. The people I've worked with find that works for them better, and it simplifies it a little bit. Extra safeness. The only thing, you might use your glutes more, come out, stretch your glutes. That's what I'll say on that. But the other levels, if you want to take it up, optional. That level 7, tuck that chin in, keep the shoulders down. Again, I can feel mine coming out, I keep on mine to come down. And yeah, that's the Pilates imprint. So purely wasn't doing the breathe in to prepare, we were just exhaling up, breathing back down. But you know, if you want to make it a bit harder, that imprint, you can level it. Lovely. So that's the end of that purely Pilates video. Bang.